Three superpower fleets have just docked in Cape Town. Iran, China, and Russia are sending their best warships to South Africa. This isn't just another military exercise, it's a message to the world that global power is shifting. And what happens in South Africa this week could change the world power landscape for the next 50 years. I'm going to show you 7 reasons why this Will for Peace 2026 exercise isn't just another exercise, and reason number 5 will help you understand why Western nations are getting nervous. But before that, if you enjoy in-depth military and geopolitical analysis, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Trust me, you don't want to miss an update on this. Now, let's get started. So what exactly is happening in Cape Town? This week, Cape Town Harbor witnessed an unprecedented sight. Warships from 3 countries, long considered rivals of the West, Iran, China, and Russia, arrived simultaneously for the largest Brics Plus naval exercise called Will for Peace 2026. We're talking about the latest class of destroyers, advanced frigates, and nuclear submarines. South Africa, as the host, welcomed them with full military ceremony. But this is more than just an exercise. It's a demonstration of collective strength. Brics Plus now includes 10 countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, plus new members like Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the UAE. Together, they represent 45% of the world's population and 35% of global GDP, and now they're demonstrating their collective military might. The first reason, control of sea lanes. This exercise focuses on the security of maritime routes, particularly trade routes passing through the Indian Ocean and the South Atlantic. These are vital passages for 70% of the world's oil trade and 60% of global containers. So far, these routes have been guarded by Nato and Western allies, but Brics Plus is now saying, we have interests here too. They are building the capacity to protect their own trade routes without relying on Western security. This is a remarkable strategic shift. The second reason, a clear political message. These 3 countries, Iran, China, and Russia, are all facing sanctions or pressure from the West. By exercising together in South Africa, they are sending a message. We are building an alternative world order. This isn't just about the military. It's about challenging NATO's 75-year dominance. Brics Plus wants a multipolar security system, not a unipolar one controlled by Washington. As one official put it, the era of one superpower is over. It's time for global security to be managed collectively. The third reason, and this is what has Western militaries paying attention, military technology transfer. In this exercise, we see China's most advanced weapon systems, such as the Type 052D destroyer, Russia's Admiral Gorshkov-class frigates with hypersonic missiles, and Iranian warships with the latest naval drone technology. What's interesting is interoperability. They're learning how their communications, radar, and weapon systems work together. This is a true combat coordination exercise. Imagine if in the future, a joint Brics Plus fleet could operate as effectively as a NATO fleet. Game over for Western naval dominance. Reason 4. Africa is the new battleground in global competition. For decades, the West dominated Africa through military bases, aid, and investment. But now, Brics Plus is aggressively entering. China has built ports and roads across the continent. Russia has sent Wagner troops and arms contracts. South Africa's hosting of these exercises shows that African countries are starting to see Brics Plus as an alternative partner. And don't forget, Africa has 30% of the world's critical mineral reserves: cobalt, lithium, uranium. Whoever controls Africa controls the future of technology. And here it is, reason number 5, as I promised. This military exercise aligns with the Brics Plus economic agenda, de-dollarization. They are building alternative payment systems beyond SWIFT, using local currencies for trade, and even discussing a common Brics Plus currency. Why is this important? Because military strength must be supported by economic strength. If Brics Plus succeeds in creating an economic system independent of the dollar, they will no longer be controlled by Western sanctions. And military exercises like this guarantee the security of that new economic system. Just imagine, 45% of the world's population, 35% of global GDP, with an independent financial system and military. This is an existential challenge to Western hegemony. Reason 6. The geopolitical context is heating up. We have the war in Ukraine, tensions in Taiwan, and crises in the Middle East. Brics Plus sees NATO expanding and conducting military exercises everywhere, so they say we also need to train and prepare. This is tit-for-tat politics. NATO exercises in the Baltics, Brics Plus exercises in South Africa. NATO sends ships to the Indo-Pacific, Brics Plus strengthens its presence in the Indian Ocean. We are witnessing a global military polarization unprecedented since the Cold War.
Employed radars and command and control systems for an effective layered defense, creating overlapping regions like the South China Sea and the Baltic Sea, where multiple nations seek to assert their influence and control.
So, what does all this mean? Let's look at the implications. For small and medium-sized countries, this is both good and bad news. Good because there's an alternative to Western dominance. Bad because they may have to choose sides in this new competition. For Indonesia, for example, which is not a member of Brics Plus but has good relations with all parties, this is a strategic dilemma. How does it balance its relations with the West and Brics Plus? For the West, this is a wake-up call. NATO is no longer the only relevant military bloc. They must learn to share their influence or face a greater conflict. And for the rest of us, we are living in an era of historical transition. Like when the Roman Empire collapsed or when Europe lost its colonies after World War II. We are witnessing the end of Pax Americana and the birth of a multipolar world. So there you have it, 7 reasons why the Brics Plus military exercise Will for Peace 2026 is a game changer. From control of sea lanes, challenges to Western hegemony, advanced military technology, the struggle for influence in Africa, economic de-dollarization, responses to global tensions, and preparations for a new world order. Will this lead to peace, as its name suggests, Will for Peace? Or will it lead to new confrontations? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the world will never be the same after this. If you enjoyed this in-depth analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share this video with friends interested in geopolitics and the military. And let us know in the comments, do you think Brics Plus will be a serious challenger to NATO?